The expectation of today's sitting probably wouldn't have been met by some people because they expect a battle of wit, long argument from all the parties in this real matter. But Justice Cassiel Saribochi, the presiding judge, who is a justice of the Court of Appeal, sitting with additional responsibility as a High Court judge, said that he will not welcome oral submissions from the parties. All that the court will do will be to rely on submissions filed in relation to all 4 applications that have been filed by the parties in relation to this matter. Currently, there are 4 applications pending. Dr. Cassiel Forson has one asking for the court to make inquiry into the conduct of the Attorney General. Richard Jakpa also has one that has to do with he asking the court for the trial to be truncated. And also another application from a lawyer of Dr. Cassiel Forson seeking a stay of proceeding and another inquiry into what the allegations that have happened. The court said it will determine the matter based on the submissions that have been filed by the parties, and hopefully Justice Cassiel Saribochi has fixed Thursday to deliver ruling on all 4 applications before the court. In fact, before the court fixed the date, all the parties agreed and confirmed to the court that yes, they have received all the processes, all the supplementary processes that have been filed in relation to this matter. And of course, one person who also made an appearance in the court is the Attorney General, Godfred Adami. This whole controversy is based on an allegation that were made by Richard Jakpa, the third accused person, in relation to this matter. Of course, he rose, he stood on his feet, and as it were, made an argument in relation to objections made by lawyers of Richard Jakpa, led by Thaddeus Story, to the effect that the depositions made in respect of that particular request for Mr. Jakpa seeking the charges to be struck out or dropped against him is the one that has to be filed by the Attorney General himself and not a state attorney. In fact, in this case, Mr. Richard Jembibi, a principal state attorney, deposed to affidavit in opposition on behalf of the Attorney General. These are issues that lawyers for Mr. Richard Jakpa objected to, but the court will again have the onus to make a ruling in relation to the objections that have been raised. But what is the reaction of the NDC, particularly the National Communication Officer, Sami Jemfi, that they are going to demand accountability irrespective of the outcome of the applications that have been filed before the court?
What I can tell you, though, is that irrespective of what the decision of the court is in this matter, we as a political party, and of course all well-meaning Ghanaians, will join us to demand accountability from the Attorney General because he is first of all a public officer occupying a very important role. Our prosecutorial powers as a country have been vested in him. He is paid with our taxpayers' money. He is supposed to do fairness and justice to all manner of persons. And so this is not only matters that are sub judice. These are matters of considerable public interest. And irrespective of what happens in court on these matters, we will pursue these matters to their logical conclusion. We've spoken about a motion of censure and a publicly televised investigation into this matter by Parliament. We are going to pursue that. We've spoken about disciplinary proceedings against him by the appropriate bodies, including the General Legal Council. We are going to take that up. And we've also spoken about possible criminal prosecution. And if it doesn't happen now, well, crime has no expiry date. It will happen someday. Thank you.
But what about the man in question, the Attorney General, Godfred Adami? What did he say, especially after making his first appearance after that allegations have been made against him?
All I can say is that the Lord does not delight in the pleasure of the wicked. And that even though they've laid traps for me, I will flee from them. And righteousness will always prevail over evil. Thank you very much.
As we speak, Justice Cassiel Saribochi will on Thursday, June 6th, deliver 4 rulings in relation to these applications that have been filed by the accused persons and same responded to by the Attorney General. From the Law Court Complex here in Accra, Murtala, Inusah, GHOne.